Hey everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records. It is time for a quick check into some of the new releases headed to an independent record store near you. We're just going to cover the highlights though. The list is always too big to go through in just a short video, but we will make the entire list available for you to check out. It's on our website at radiowastelandrecords.com. Just look on that main page for the upcoming releases link. Click on that and you'll see a PDF that has everything, including the stuff that we're not going to be able to get to in today's video. For now, though, let's take a look at the new releases scheduled for Friday, the 1st of August, 2025. Man, summer is rolling right along. Hey, and we're starting off with a big one, brand new stuff from Billy Strings, along with Brian Sutton. This is called Live at the Legion. Now, this is a show that was recorded at Nashville's American Legion Post number 82 back in April of 2024, just over a year ago. They hosted one of the hottest shows in town when the Wizards of Flat-Picking Guitar, Grammy Award winners Billy Strings and Brian Sutton, took the stage for an evening of some high-octane picking and singing. I think I can say picking and singing, and just downright fun. Now, Strings and Sutton's show that evening was pretty much just classic bluegrass, but again, these guys are masters at what they do. So now that is being made available as a double LP. This is on tricolored vinyl, red, white, and blue, and it is a limited edition. So Billy Strings, along with Brian Sutton, recorded live at the Legion in Nashville, Tennessee last year. Comes at a bit of a price tag, though. $50 is the suggested retail price for this one. Other new stuff includes this one from the Wood Brothers, and it's called Puff of Smoke. Kind of a very cool looking album cover. I wish it flipped open in the top, but I kind of doubt that's going to be the way that works for this one. But Wood Brothers, Puff of Smoke. Our description says, listening in its truest sense is a dying art, but it's one the Wood Brothers are committed to practicing and upholding as a virtue. Puff of Smoke is this American Roots Trio's 9th album of original music, and on this latest studio effort, a true collaborative effort between its 3 members, the songs weave a medley of musical ideas ranging from Latin-influenced acoustic guitar lines to driving post-jazz rhythms, to infectious sing-along choruses, resulting in a cohesive, joyful whole. 2 vinyl variations of this, a black vinyl version of Puff of Smoke from the Wood Brothers, $26 is the suggested retail price on that one. And then there is an indie exclusive on purple vinyl. I think it's so darn purple it looks almost black in our picture here, but this is a different version. $26 also the suggested retail price for that. Let's switch gears and go off to the west side of the country and some hard rock from the LA Guns. This is a new one called Leopard Skin. Our description is rather brief. It just says limited gold vinyl pressing. Hollywood bad boys, the LA Guns celebrate their biggest success in years with this brand new vinyl pressing of their most primal and explosive studio album of the modern era. LA Guns, Leopard Skin on gold-colored vinyl, this one coming in at a suggested list price of $28. A new release of some older stuff from Thin Lizzy next. This one is called Acoustic Sessions. The description says that Acoustic Sessions brings together the legendary voice of Phil Lynott, the masterful guitar work of founding member Eric Bell, and the powerful drum takes of Brian Downey. This unique project offers fans a rare opportunity to experience Thin Lizzy's classic hits like never before, with previously unheard vocal takes perfectly complemented by Bell's fresh acoustic arrangements and Downey's dynamic drumming. Drawing on materials from the band's iconic Decca era, the album revisits tracks from their first 3 albums, presenting them in an intimate, stripped-down format that's sure to captivate both longtime fans and a new generation of listeners. Standard black vinyl on this one, but again, this is Lynott's older vocals being laid to some new musical tracks by the members of Thin Lizzy. It's called Acoustic Sessions, and the suggested list price on this is $28. Here's another new-ish presentation from the king himself, Elvis Presley and Sunset Boulevard. The description says that this double LP collection features highlights from Sunset Boulevard, which was a comprehensive 5 CD collection of Elvis's recordings at RCA's historic Sunset Boulevard studios. These sessions capture Elvis recording for the first time with his legendary touring band at the time, spawning hits like Burnin' Love, Always on My Mind, and Trouble. So this album features newly mixed versions of select recordings and outtakes, pure without any overdubs. Double LP black vinyl, Elvis Presley and Sunset Boulevard, $40 is the suggested list price for this one. And finally, on the new releases, we've got a couple of compilations from Rhino and Warner from the Now Playing series. If you recall, the Now Playing series is these cheaper price points, just kind of a new compilation of older music, presenting them usually on colored vinyl and coming in at a very affordable price. First up, we've got this one from Richie Valins, now playing. The description says the track list features the iconic hit La Bamba, of course, which broke barriers and made Valins the first Mexican-American rock star to reach mainstream success, along with Donna, which climbed to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. Both of those songs, by the way, remain timeless classics. This whole compilation, though, 10 tracks in total, pressed on red vinyl. Richie Valins now playing. $20 is the suggested list price there. And also from the Warner side of Now Playing, we've got this one coming from Randy Travis. The track list on this one features the classic hit Forever and Ever Amen, which was a double platinum single when it was heavily lauded in the country community, as well as getting some traction on the mainstream level. This one also features 10 tracks in all, and it comes on tan colored vinyl. Randy Travis now playing this one also at that $20 price point. Onward now to the reissue scheduled for August 1st, and there are a few big ones in here. And by that I mean on the pricey side. We'll get to those here in just a second. But first off, we're starting off with this reissue of Mike Snow and the self-titled Mike Snow. 2009's Mike Snow includes the RIAA Platinum Certified hit Animal, as well as hits Sylvia and Black and Blue. These tracks made their way into the iconic series Gossip Girl and 90210, as well as Grand Theft Auto 4, among others. Not too familiar with that, apparently. But Mike Snow, this one looks to be on black vinyl only, single LP. $28 is the list price here. Next up, we've got one from Jack Johnson. This is In Between Dreams, coming on canary yellow vinyl. The description says that In Between Dreams is Jack Johnson's third studio album, originally released in 2005. The double platinum release features the adult alternative hits Sitting, Waiting, Wishing, Good People, and Breakdown. Limited edition on that canary yellow vinyl, Jack Johnson, In Between Dreams. List price on this one sits at $30. Onward now to these higher dollar ones. We've got some Analog Productions and a MoFi here. So may not be for everyone, but these are some select albums to get on that higher audiophile side. Starting off with Alanis Morissette and Jagged Little Pill coming from Mobile Fidelity. The description says that this blockbuster Alanis Morissette album kickstarted the movement that transcends generations. 17 million selling Jagged Little Pill features 5 hit singles, including You Oughta Know and Ironic, among many others on here as well. It's just a great album. And because this is Mobile Fidelity, you know you're getting this pressed on that super vinyl limited edition. In fact, this is strictly limited to 4,000 numbered copies. And it's being made with that Mobile Fidelity Ultra Disc 1-step, which means it's 180 gram, 45 RPM vinyl, double LP. So they split this up into a double LP, 45 RPM for the maximum sound quality you can get on this. So for the first time ever, you're getting Jagged Little Pill presented in this landmark effort in audiophile grade sound. So once again, very strictly limited box set, 4,000 of them here. It's got some of the other MoFi goodies that come along with it. Alanis Morissette's Jagged Little Pill, the Mobile Fidelity version. Price tag on this one comes in at $172. Not MoFi, but equally as good sounding. From Analog Productions, we've got a few coming in. Starting it off with Diamonds and Rust from Joan Baez. Our description says that natural tonalities, superb balances, and pristine clarity, as well as richer sonic detail, are what separate this exceptional Analog Productions 45 RPM reissue of this Joan Baez classic from previous versions. So vinyl enthusiasts will find this definitive 180 gram, 45 RPM audiophile reissue to be an essential addition to their record collection. So this is a big one from Joan Baez. Diamonds and Rust from Analog Productions. It's a 45 RPM double LP. $77 is the suggested list price here. One other one in that same vein from Analog Productions, and a reissue of Genesis and their album Abacab. Same thing, double LP, Analog Productions at 45 RPM. This is the definitive deluxe 45 RPM version of this album, a classic one from Genesis, a true sonic gift for Genesis fans, according to our description here. List price for this Genesis Analog Productions is $77. And then finally, another big one from Analog Productions. This one is Argus from Wishbone Ash. And I can tell you that this is a highly sought after vintage one. If you can ever find an OG copy, it's great. The description says that Wishbone Ash reigned supreme throughout the 1970s, centered on inspired musicianship, joyful spirit, and inventive songs. Argus remains a stunning high point in that band's repertoire and their discography. Originally released in 1972, it was a tour de force hard rock masterpiece that has gone on to have a huge impact on rock bands moving forward. check that out if you can. Like the other analog production ones that we've talked about, this is a 180 gram, 45 RPM double LP, and this has been mastered from the original analog master tape by Sean McGee at Abbey Road Studios and pressed at Quality Record Pressings, QRP. It also has that tip-on, old-style gatefold double pocket jacket made by Stoughton Printing. Very cool album. If you can foot it, this is a good one to have on the audiophile side. Wishbone Ash and their album Argus from Analog Productions, $77, also the list price here. And finally, on the reissue front, another great sounding one, but not quite to the level of Mo-Fi or audiophile. This one coming from Music on Vinyl, and we've got kind of an obscure blues psych album from the group Pluto. Their self-titled album, Pluto. This one coming on 180 gram magenta colored vinyl. The description says that this is a limited edition of 750 numbered copies on that translucent magenta colored vinyl. Pluto, although not necessarily one of the bands who spring immediately to mind as having been a seminal influence on weaving rock music's tapestry, remain an excellent, if little known, and much underrated band. Now, this was the band's only album, and it was originally released on the Dawn label back in 1971. And it has, during the latter half of the 90s, become kind of a much sought-after item in the ever-expanding underground progressive sector of the record collector's market. Again, if you can find an OG of this, you're doing pretty well. Conceived initially by guitarist Paul Gardner and taking their name from the Disney cartoon character, they were formed in North London in 1970, and the album is a nice mix of hard rock, progressive rock, and blues rock elements, all kind of mixed together. Songwriting is pretty solid, according to our description, and no fillers included. So this lone Pluto LP is easy to recommend for those who like early 70s hard rock bands. So again, Pluto, the self-titled one, coming from Music on Vinyl on magenta colored vinyl. Suggested list price on this one is $40. And that is a quick check of some of the releases headed our way for Friday, the 1st of August, 2025. If you're local, just let us know if there's something you'd like us to pre-order and we'll get that in for you. And again, if you want to see the full list of everything that we couldn't get to in this video, head over to our website at radiowastelandrecords.com. Look for the upcoming releases link, click on that, and you'll see the full list of everything. Same thing goes for that full list. If you see something on there that you would like pre-ordered, just contact us here at the store and we will get a hold of that for you as well. So until next time, this has been Jim from Radio Wasteland. Please remember to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, do all the stuff that YouTube likes you to do. It really does help our channel out, as well as the store, in keeping these videos coming your way. Thanks again, folks. We'll talk to you next week.